everyone, welcome back to my channel. Your girl Indigo Diamond here. I am finally back after having about a week off. Sorry about that, guys. I lost my voice for no apparent reason. I've not been doing anything strenuous with my voice other than, you know, practicing my singing that in the shower, which I've been doing for ages so far anyway. I've not really been speaking more than I do normally, so I don't know what happened there. But yeah, voice just apparently decided to go, and yeah, that was fun. But I'm back now, so this week we're going to get two videos again. What I'll probably do is I'll upload one today's Sunday, and then I'll probably upload one tomorrow, which is Monday. Just to catch up, because otherwise it's just going to be pointless at that point. Because we've got 2 episodes of Drag Race US to go through. So yeah, this is going to be great fun. Before we get into that though, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It will let you know when I put out new videos. Make sure to follow me on my socials. They will be down in the description below. I am also going to be starting a Twitch channel. So it's just going to be at Indigo Diamond. I think it will be in the description below as well, and I'll probably pop it in the credits. If none of you noticed, I started popping my socials in socials in the credits, just so they're there as well, so there's a bit more visibility for them. I don't know if anyone actually gets to the credits, but they're there if you do. Happy day. So yeah, I won't be like streaming Drag Race. What I'll be doing is essentially streaming games, as most people do on Twitch. But I'm more than happy if you do come and join in when come and watch while I'm doing a Twitch stream for you to talk about Drag Race. You know, I'm not going to say no to talking Drag Race, am I? But what I'll do is on my socials as well, as when I start streaming, I'll put on there when I'm about to start streaming and things like that. So there's that knowledge that, oh, okay, if you follow me on my streams, you'll be I've not done a video in a week, and I've apparently lost my whole ability to do anything. I'll put on my socials when I'm about to start streaming, so if you follow them, you'll be able to know when I stream, just like, you know, when I do a new video, it goes up on my socials. As you can tell, I'm wearing a different dress today. This is because my red dress that I normally wear went through the wash and I need to iron it, and I haven't done that. So I was like, oh, please tell me I can fit in one of my other dresses, and I mean, it's not great, but it fits me just about. It's very up and down. Well, I mean, it goes in a bit and then comes out, but that's just because that's the way my fat lays. But yeah, my other half's streaming at the moment, so I couldn't really get him to put me in a cinch or anything to kind of like pull any of this in. But, you know, I'm doing my exercise during the week to try and lose some of this so I can be skinnier. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, today's episode is about the roast. The Nice Girl roast, where they brought back 3 of the former Miss Congenialities and the current reigning... Well, they brought back 2 former Miss Congenialities and the current reigning Miss Congeniality to roast, essentially. It was nice to see some of them back. Hiding in Closet looking amazing. You know, her face looks great, outfit's amazing. And, you know, it was nice to have her back because I love Hiding in Closet. Valentina, yeah, she looked good, but it's Valentina, when doesn't she look good? And Nina West, who, you know, had a dress on that said a message. It's Nina West, of course it's going to. Not that there's anything wrong with that, and it was lovely and just nice to see her back again. So, wow, I've got to try and think about this episode because it's been a week since I've seen her. So, was it Rose and Kandy won the mini challenge, and the mini challenge was they had to pair up and they had to do like a makeup tutorial. One was the arms and one was basically the face and the commentary of it. So, I mean, they were all pretty good. I think it could have easily been anyone to win that. In my opinion, I don't see... Yeah, no, I mean, Utica and Gott Mick were really quite good as well. But yeah, I'm not disappointed with who won. I think it could have easily gone to anyone, in my opinion. Everyone was that good. So Rose and Utica picked the lineup. No, they don't. Rose and Kandy Muse do the lineup, and you know, they're very fair about it. Kandy picks the opening and Rose picks the closing. and they kind of just shuffle people in between. It was quite a fair lineup. I was, and the great thing was with how the challenge went, it was perfect because you had like great, not so good, great, not so good, great. It kind of went. You had the beginning, middle, and end were great, which was good because it meant you weren't worrying too much. You weren't like for the entire time. But Kandy Muse went up first. Kandy did very well. This is clearly something she is good at and she's confident in, which was nice to see. It was nice to see her actually do really well in a challenge. I mean, she's not necessarily done bad for all the challenges. It's nice to see her excel in a challenge. I'm trying to think who was after Kandy. Was it Symone? I think it was Symone. Symone didn't do so well. She had a few funny points, but I feel like she overthought it a lot, and yeah, it just didn't go down too well. I'm not going to do an order because I've forgotten the order they went in. Gott was really nervous about this challenge. She was like, going into this, I was like, oh my god, out of all the challenges they could do, I don't want to do a roast. And yet she flipping killed it. She was amazing. I was sat there going, you were worried about this. Why? It's like, I could see you doing this easily, like, professionally. Like, I would happily have you. They did, like, the haters roast and stuff like that tours. I would love to see Gott on one of those because I think she'd just be great. Olivia did not so great. I think, again, it was that thing she did, the whole I'm really nice sort of thing, and it's like, that's great, but as a roast, just at least she didn't go the way Symone did in season 9 when she's like, I don't like doing this sort of thing, really harsh, really harsh, really harsh. And it's kind of like, it's harsh because it's a roast, so fair enough, but none of them were funny. I mean, Olivia had a few giggly moments. There wasn't anything she did that I was like, oh my god, that was absolutely hilarious. And yeah, she wasn't great. She wasn't like the worst, but she just wasn't amazing. Utica, Jesus Christ. I mean, ooh. So Utica spent the entire competition essentially worrying that she was going to be offensive. And then she was offensive for like this entire challenge. And it's kind of like it would have been great if it was actually funny. Like, one thing I will say about this is Utica's received a load of hate and she's like issued an apology about her like fat jokes. And I'm sat there like, as a fat person myself, I was not offended. The only thing that I found offensive was the fact that none of the jokes were actually funny. It's like, everyone was laughing, but people were laughing because it was uncomfortable to watch, not because it was funny and it needed to be funny. I mean, first time in Drag Race history, Utica tried to make a joke at the expense of Lonnie Love, and Lonnie, I don't think I'm saying that name right, it does not sound right when I say it, turned around and went, why, you're the one bombing? And it was just like, that was the funniest comeback I was in stitches when I heard that. And I was just like, yes, yes, yes. I was like, this is just everything I needed to actually make Utica's set funny. It was a shame, but, it wasn't a shame that Lonnie, had the comeback. It was a shame that Utica just wasn't good at the roast. Rosé closed the show. Rosé did really well in my opinion. She had a great joke about RuPaul and music and saying, we're both in the music industry. One of us is a recording artist and one of us is a singer. Absolutely loved that joke. I thought that was a great joke. It was great to hear. I don't get what Michelle and Lonnie said about how Rosé seemed a bit more hesitant in the actual roast, and she seemed more confident in rehearsals. I didn't get that personally, but who am I to judge? I'm terrible at comedy. Do not put me in a comedy challenge. That's going to be bad. I mean, like a scripted comedy challenge, I'd probably be fine. It's more the stand up and roast things I would not be good at. Yeah, fingers crossed if I ever get on Drag Race, that's not going to be the challenges that are there. I know season 2 of UK Drag Race, they had the stand-up comedy challenge, and I'm like, oh god, I would need all the help I could get in life from Alan Carr. But yeah, Rose did really well. Kandy Muse won this challenge. Now, I thought Kandy did a really good job. I personally think I would have given it to Got Mick. I mean, I don't know if it's one of those things that maybe because we were getting close to the top 4, they wanted to give Kandy a win, or maybe there was some stuff that maybe was cut that was like really funny and would have made it so she would have deserved the win just that bit more. I mean, I'm not discrediting Kandy Muse at all. I think she did great. Just personally for me, I thought Got Mick was just that bit much funnier. But there we go. The bottom 2 for this episode were Symone and Utica Queen. I very much agree with this bottom 2, unfortunately. Symone didn't do great. She was 2 in her head, and Utica just was not funny in the slightest. So they lip synced to an Ariana Grande song, and Symone slayed this lip sync. I mean, she annihilated it. I mean, Utica tried her best to keep up, but it was clear that Symone was staying for this challenge. And I'm not mad, you know. Symone showed she deserved to stay, and she did, you know. End of conversation, really. I know, this is one bit of hair that I was like, oh, you know what? When I style this wig, I'm going to, like, leave a bit of just normal hair and just let it, like, flop down sort of thing, because then it will, like, look better. And it's just a case of where it's flopping down, it's just doing nothing but, excuse me, trying to go into my face. I'm going to hide. But yeah, so this week, last week we had to say goodbye to Utica Queen, which was, it was sad because I really enjoyed Utica, just like as a person. But I do think it was her time to go, and I think the decision to let Symone stay was correct. I think Symone proved that she was deserving of staying and fighting another week. But yeah, I mean, who knows? There is always all-stars for Utica at some point in the future, and I think with Utica, you know, it's a case of, she said she's not really too sure of, like, she's still finding out about comedy and stuff like that, and comedy's hard, so, you know, who knows? Maybe she'll find her groove with comedy, come back, and then do really well in All Stars on a comedy challenge. Maybe they'll have a roast again just to see if she bombs. But yeah, that is going to be all for this episode, because I'm about to film the next episode, so there's no point talking about what's going to happen next week and be like, oh, what's going to happen, because I've already seen it and I'm about to tell you about it in another episode. But that is all from me, your girl Indigo Diamond. You know, make sure before you finish watching this video, you give this video a lovely thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and follow me on my socials. Leave a comment, say hello, leave a comment and say who is it you're rooting for. I am currently, I have a top, like for me at this point, I am, obviously because I already know who the final 4 is, and at this point you guys are going to know who the final 4 is. For me, winner is either, I'd be happy with 3 out of the 4 to win. Got Mick, Rose, or Symone are like my 3 that I'm like, it's going to be between you 3. I love Kandy Muse. I've really grown a fondness for her. I just feel like maybe she's just got a bit more growing to do. And I think she would be the sort of queen that she would come back for an All-Stars and just kill it. So we'll see, but tell me below who are you rooting for, and until next time, I'm your girl Indigo Diamond. See ya! Flop hair, flop hair, flop, 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 flop hair. I don't know why I've got that. I don't even know, there's not even a thing.